Hey everyone, Ink here. So I have to do voiceover because my run did not record in-game audio and it's just me doing really bad commentary. So I'm gonna start off this by saying this is one take. I am not going back and editing this. This is why these voiceovers is why I stopped uploading content in the first place on my YouTube. So I am not going back for it. So check the pinned comment if I make any corrections, or I may put corrections on the screen because that's easy to edit in, but I don't go too crazy. But I wanted to do a Terra run. I recently fully sphered her because I wanted to try her in the tunneler, the Pecil Lufenia. I wanted to try it because Realm with the Spirit Moogle would cleanse her debuff, and I thought that would be awesome, but that fight was way too hard for Realm and Terra to take. This one, though, I finally get to run Terra. She's full sphered. When I pulled Paladin Cecil's BT with gems, I was just going to go 75k. I got it on the way to getting his LD. Literally the first thing I thought of when I saw the BT was, yes, now I don't have to spend 125k for Terra's BT because she is a guaranteed 1000% BT for me. So even if she wasn't meta powerful, ridiculously strong, you can see she puts out great numbers here being supported by Arciella, who I'm sorry, I keep running Arciella because she's really fun to use, and the fact that I can lock these bosses down is just, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I don't care. I probably didn't need Paladin Cecil here, but whatever. I'm glad that I have him. He is probably, to a certain extent, like I think players may look at him and be like, wait, this is all he does? He just does so much in the background. He's sort of like why Selfie, back in the day, Selfie and Rem and all those strong supports were absolute powerhouses, because they just sit on the battlefield and you just win, like Porum as well. They were all like that, and he sort of fills that role, sort of like Balthier's filling, but he obviously, his role coverage is freaking absurd. Healing, reducing HP damage, overhealing, which is really important. So he's certainly awesome. And I'm glad to have him. He's one of my top 5 favorites, and I would have used 125k for his BT, or I would have tokened him. My tokens are maxed, so I probably would have tokened him, but I would have been a little on the fence just because most of his BT phases are under 1 million damage. You're not really going to use his burst that much, but anyway. Let's get into some banter here. You'll notice Terra is dealing great damage throughout this run. So I'm glad to see it. And this is even before she goes absolutely trance and nuts. Yeah, anyway. So I don't know how many people that watch my channel also sat through the banter that I did with Black Nero on his stream on Sunday. But I figured I'd just sort of talk a little bit about Lufenia Plus from a GL player's perspective with a healthy mindset and what I'm seeing. So nothing crazy here. But look, I've been talking to a lot of JP players, getting their perspectives on it. I think the general consensus is that, look, it's difficult content. It is comparable to early Chaos, in the sense that, hey, this is really unfamiliar. There's difficult boss mechanics to deal with. In some cases, there are like really crap mechanics. Like think Soul Cage and Ultimecia Chaos. When you talk about crap, and the Agrius Lost chapter, like those fights were punishingly hard unless you had synergy. And I think in a lot of ways, the Lufenia Plus, there are some all-stars for it. Like Setzer and Porum and Agrius, I think, are the 3 that a lot of people are tending to talk about. But in general, I looked through Minion, who's one of our awesome patrons who plays JP. He sent a breakdown of all the Lufenia Plus clears that had been collected so far. There's a ton of diversity. It is way more diverse than early Chaos was. Does that mean it's easier than early Chaos? No, it doesn't mean it's easier. It just means that there are more tools available to players. You gotta remember, Like, I took how many days to do this? Like 2 days to do a run with Terra and upload it. This wasn't hard. I didn't need a reset. Like, this was just easy because I have Paladin Cecil and RCL is shutting the boss down. Like, it's just a strong, balanced team, and they are perfectly catered for the boss, and the orb is not difficult. Having a healer I purposely brought Arciela because she didn't stress out Paladin Cecil too much with his Holy Flame, but there are plenty of runs with just Paladin Cecil or just one healer, and it's not a problem. But there are a lot of players that immediately run to, hey, I know this fight looks hard, I'm going to automatically grab Bart's BT+, I'm going to grab Porum, I'm going to grab the Cloud of Darkness, I'm going to grab these characters that I know are going to stomp this, and they stomp it. And they were like, hey, I needed resets, this was a hard run. But they're not necessarily trying to stretch their roster. They're trying to upload to YouTube as fast as possible to get views, or to just share with their community that they were able to do the work and what their team was, right? And any of those things, they're all fine. But we as GL players looking into JP have to be cognizant that there's probably just like a 0.5% or 1% of runs that are getting uploaded on YouTube. If you see our Tonberry troop, like if you see an announcement from one of us that is like, hey, we're taking a pause on the infographics, we're concerned with the direction of the game, blah, 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 then okay, then maybe it's time when you see content creators like the various YouTubers that always put out content really timely, and you see them starting to step back, okay, then you should be concerned that, hey, there's probably some bad stuff here, and you can probably expect that the community management team for DFFOO is going to respond and going to say something or make a statement. That isn't happening here. This is normal. This is just like very similar to early Chaos. Early Chaos, there were 11 crap fights. 11 fights that were really difficult for JP players. We got them in GL, and you know what? Most of them were far easier for us because we had Foresight, and we pulled Charlotta, and we pulled Warrior of Light, and we pulled these characters. We were ready for it. We knew it was coming, and we had the tools to battle it. Is the same thing going to happen in JP when we get up to JP and we get up to Lufenia Plus? Probably. It's probably going to... People are going to know what to look out for. People are still going to be stressed on resources, but they're still going to pull the characters they need for their roster, and they're still going to get through it. Are they going to think the fights are crap? Yeah, they're still going to think the fights are crap. We still think Soul Cage is crap. We still think that Ultimisha's boss is total crap unless you have Ultimisha, right? So it's all good. Please don't get stressed by it. Just enjoy the game. It's really fun. I'm super, super fucking hyped for Celis and Terra to come next month. Terra should be at the end of the month. Celis will be at the end of this month. The six character events always end the month typically. So I'm super hyped. I think I'm gonna try and do a pull battle with Resfoina on Celis. I don't normally do pull battles. I don't care. I have so many gems that I've saved up, and you're gonna see my gem count start to go down a lot. I genuinely, I'm not a hoarder. I just use my stuff responsibly and probably over logically and over patient, right, versus other players. So I generally have a good collection of resources, but you're going to see it start to dwindle because I don't want to stress out about tickets, and I'm still not going to mix. So if I absolutely have to have a character because I really enjoy playing them, then I'm going to pity them. And that means getting characters that maybe aren't necessarily chase for everybody, but are chase for me. Like any of the FF6 characters, like Deuce. Deuce is one of the characters that I'm absolutely hyped for to pick up. So I may have to gem 2-week synergies just because I want to clear all the challenge quests easily, and I'm not going to take a chance with tickets anymore. I don't know, but you'll see my gem stash start to go down. I'm not worried about it. Maybe I will change my pattern if they release like a new weapon set for EX or LD and JP that you have to pull for, then I'll change up my pattern, but otherwise I'm not going to worry about it too much. I have not been watching my run at all. I hope you're enjoying it though. I kept getting really pissed that Ramza didn't launch, and I kept being pissed that the Maria mannequin kept coming back. But otherwise, you could tell that Paladin Cecil easily was able to keep enchant on the whole party. And this is without having any premium damage dealer. Terra is not a premium damage dealer. So I think that's going to make it all pretty easy. Like in the future, just to maintain his enchant, it's pretty trivial. And I still have a use of it left, so I could have kept going, certainly. But yeah, hopefully this was enjoyable. Hopefully the topic is also interesting. You can feel free to drop me comments. I'm actually I think I've been pretty good at trying to respond to all of them. I keep busy, and that's why this is one take. There's no other re-recordings going on. Sometimes I would take like 8 or 9 takes on these, and it was crazy, and it uses too much of my time. So I'm finishing up Gabranth right now, his website notes. His analysis is done, but I need to finish his website notes, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab Anomander, who's the new member of our Tonberry troop as of 2 months ago or so, or 1 month ago. But I'm going to go through all of his research that he sent me, and I'm going to update the Lufenia research page. And then after that, I think that things are getting a little bit more stable, and I can start to clock through the backlog and dive into Celis and Emperor and the other characters for next month. So hope you enjoyed the run. You can ask anything in the comments about our process or anything like that. Happy to help provide any transparency into what we do, how we operate. I'm totally down for it. And yeah, I should be going to the party use screen at some point. You can see the sphere setup that I have on Terra. I need a sphere Paladin Cecil. I just need to prioritize my FF6 first and then give him leftovers. So we'll see how that goes. I always spend way too much time talking on this screen without hitting the party use. There we go. So yeah, everyone be well, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.